Hello everybody, welcome back. Late Model Fix Series time from Langley Speedway. Going from the big flat track at New Hampshire down to the small flat track at Langley. 50 laps, rolling off in 5th, car number 4. A little bit of a weaker strength of field, just time of day that I'm running it, although the 3's pretty close to me in iRating. The 1 and 2 are going to be pretty good. I honestly put up my fastest lap time in qualifying that I've run and was still about 9/10 off the pole. I'm going to try my best to get inside of the 3 off the start, see if I can sneak away 4th. I think a 5th is really going to be considered a good finish for me, so just see what I can do, try not to overdrive the car, be smart, and hopefully not get caught up in anything. Get ready to roll, see when the leader's going to roll off.
Okay, Jake, get ready.
So hard to start with how these cars sit now, so 3 was able to get a better start. He's going to slide in front of me.
Right side.
Just could not time that very well, unfortunately. Though we'll watch the front 4 will likely pull away. Hopefully I'll be able to pull away from the rest of the field behind. Trying to learn how to help this thing rotate a little bit better, get it on the right rear without overdriving the right rear off as I drag the wall in the backstretch. Seems like you can use the apron a little bit to help the car, but
the leader was just
prefer not to do that until later in the race.
Time is a 15.77. The guy behind has just done a 15.70.
2 are doing what I expected them to do. He's trying to hang on to the back of the 5. It looks like he's falling off a little bit, and I've got the 6 doing a pretty good job catching up to me.
P5.
And the 5 both drag the wall there on the front stretch. Allows me to close up slightly.
Okay, Jake, the next car is
Feeling I'm going to have the 6 starting to breathe down my neck relatively soon, which is going to create some pressure and some anxiety, as well as I can't even think of the word I want. But we're going to have to go relatively soon. Plus the 6 is going to be kind and be patient, since it is very early on. 5's starting to pull away from the 3, so I don't know if I'm actually faster than the 3 or if it's just short run versus long run kind of thing. 6 is really starting to look to use the apron, 3 was on it as well. I don't think it's quite as viable in 3 and 4 as it is in 1 and 2. Just gonna have to try to play defensive to that while still trying to stay with the 3. As I overdrive 3 and 4 really bad. It's not a very good corner at all.
That last lap was a Gavin inside, clear inside.
6 is really starting to use that apron to get to my inside. Start pulling away from him. We're going to run on the 3.
That lap was a 15.
Pressure's going to ramp up. Everybody's got to go. Figure out. I think I need to find my way around the 3. How I'm going to do that right now, I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, we got a long way to go. Still 38 laps left, but
that lap was a 15.84.
I think the 6 is only going to wait so long before contact starts happening. We're starting to defend a little bit lower. Hoping that'll open up a hole somewhere. Back off, let him see what he's going to do. No pressure from the 11 behind the 6. Actually, no, I lied. Sorry. Gap, I could not tell. The 11's right on top of the 6, almost. Gap's back to the 7 behind.
Luis is leading the race.
No change up in the top two. They're still the same. So they are in their own zip code, and we're having a battle back here. I'm just finding this middle spot to ride now.
Times are pretty consistent.
I mean, the 5 has started to pull away a little bit, but I feel like if I want to push it, I can close back up to the 3. I'm trying to see if I can lull him into a sense of security. See if he feels like he can, start pulling away, maybe overdrive the car a little bit. As well as, I don't know if the 6 is pushing hard or not. Hoping maybe I can get him to burn up the tires as well. It'll leave me back half of the race, not face pressure from behind, but maybe have a little bit more than the 3 or the 5 ahead.
That was a 15.82.
See, everybody's really kind of using the apron in the center of 1 and 2 to help the rotation. I don't know about using it in 3 and 4. The 3's been doing it, but I don't know if he's just trying to defend the bottom to keep me
Your last lap time was
getting there. He's really using the apron. I got a really bad exit out of 2, pushed it. 6 was going to try to dive underneath. I overdrive it. There was the mistake.
Still there.
I couldn't
Inside
do.
clear.
Barely saved that one. As I get on the throttle too hard while on the apron. Alright, just got to settle down. 3's looking to the inside of the 5. 5's going to trim down. 3's not quite there yet. Thought that was going to be a moment that I could have tried to close up. Possibly freight train the 5 and stuck in place away, but 3's not quite able to get to the inside. They're definitely fighting each other. That is for sure up ahead.
The track temps increasing. It's
Looks
now
like the
84 Fahrenheit.
11 might be falling off just slightly from the 6, not by much. He's really trying to work the inside. Not quite there to get to the 5 yet, but he's getting close to him. Just want to try to watch that and take advantage of that when possible. We're halfway down.
Okay, Jake, that's half distance. Fuel levels are fine.
25 to go. I had another bad turn 2, driving the wall. Thankfully the 6 was back a little bit, so didn't put me as bad a spot. A little too much apron there. You can see the 5's kind of doing the same thing ahead of the 3. So it looks like it's actually been a pretty clean race because I haven't seen any lap traffic or any smoke in the back of the field.
The lap time was at 15.92.
I'm getting these really bad exits out of turn 2. I'm just not driving it well. Just trying to work the inside. I get the apron, gets me loose. Terrible job. 6 is going to make a dive to the inside. I thought I was going to get hit.
Inside's clear.
Not going to have a repeat of the South Boston Rookie Legends race. 3 might have gotten into the 5. That's going to slow him up. I'm going to try to take advantage of that, get to the inside. Force him up high, see if I can take one spot away.
Still there.
I'm surprised the 6 isn't on my back bumper trying to freight train the 3.
He's still there.
Just working that inside as much as I can. Grip's
Still
just
there.
harder in 3 and 4 than it is in the apron in 1 and 2.
Still there.
I was trying to dive
He's
down.
still there. Clear up high.
Alright, clear ourselves of the 3. Now it's time to try to just focus on pulling away from him before I go after the 5.
P4, you've just done a 16.00.
Stay high. You got him
He's
inside.
gonna drive to the inside. I make a little
Clear
bit of
inside.
contact, sends him up the track. No incident somehow. That was close. Probably on me for coming down on him. I don't know if he was quite there or not. So sends him back to 6. He's not going to be happy about that, I'm sure. Allow the 5 to pull away as well. 6 is still pushing hard. dives way on the inside of the 6, makes a little bit of contact with him, slides back.
You've just done a 16.04.
This is trying to fend him off on the outside, clears him out of 2. Got 15 to go now. Just trying to bump off that apron, help that rotation a little bit. Center of 1 and 2. 6 is still pushing hard. It's getting close.
Your lap time was 16.00.
5 bumps off the wall on the backstretch. Really great battle here for 3rd through 6th or so. 5 still dragging the wall.
You've just done a 15.95.
All 3 of us are closing up on him. The 7's hanging in this as well. We've got a 5-card battle. 5-car battle, not card.
16.00.
3rd through 7th. Got lap traffic up ahead in the 10. Wreck behind. That's going to relieve all the pressure from behind. 7 makes it through that.
Clear high.
I don't know what happened between the 3 and the 6. I'm going to have 10 laps to settle it with the 5 now. Maybe I can sneak away a podium. Try to find a way to get to the inside of the 5 off the corners.
16.09.
I think I have an advantage in the center of the corner. The 5 seems to be getting tight off the corner. A little bit of a bumper there. Kind of sends him wide. He bounces off the wall.
Hold your line.
Try to work that inside as best as I can.
Still there. He's still there. Keep digging.
P3.
Outside line's clear.
5, watch for the crossover. Also drawing the 7 in. 5 really falling off hard. 7 to go. I think he might be under the attack of the 7 before the end of this. The 6 is the only car up ahead. He's a lap down now. Leaders are spread out now. 1 was able to take the lead away from the 2. And they're 3.5 ahead and like 5.5 ahead. 7 gets into the 5, which earns him.
Right. The gap in front is
So,
now
yeah, everybody in the top 5 has really not been kind to each other. Contact has been predominant form of passing in these last 15 or 20 laps.
The gap to Stefan behind is now 1.128.
4 to go. Just riding here. Got a big gap back to the 7, so no reason to push it.
Times are improving. This is exactly what we need.
This allowed the 3 to climb back to the top 5 after his deal with the 6. The 11 is now in
That lap
6th.
was at 16.06.
Yeah, I didn't think
P3.
top 3 would honestly happen. I thought he was going to need a break. I thought 4th probably was about as far forward
2
as I
laps
was going to
left.
go.
We're on for a podium here.
And I had the contact with the 3 cutting back down on him. I don't know how much of that was my fault. Look at that once I get out. It really felt like going through the race that I might actually have a
Okay,
case to be a
Jake,
3rd
one
place
more to go.
car.
Keep it together. We'll be on the podium.
Although the 6
That
was
lap
definitely
at
pushing me, so I guess I got a break with
16.04.
whatever happened between
Stefan behind is now
the 6 and the 3.
1.01.
Check flag. Nice to finally get a decent finish in a late model
Well
race,
done.
even if it
Decent
wasn't a
drive.
great strength of field. Nice to have been on the better end of all the contact.
How was your finish? 3, pretty good?
6 clearly not happy with the 3 on the chat. Let's take a look at the overlay off, take a look at the tires, see how bad I hurt them. 69.84, yeah, pretty. I was driving it pretty hard there, so definitely need to still continue working on figure out how to get on the right rear a little bit more. As I said in the super late model race, flat tracks are not my strong suit, so The tire wear is probably going to be even more exaggerated on a place like Langley or an Oxford Plains, something like that. So just it's kind of get what I can out of it, and then keep trying to practice more and learn. But let's take a look at what happened between the 3 and I back a couple laps before it. Let's see. Alright, so let's back this up. We'll go forward really quick to see what happens between the 3 and the 5, which caused the slow up. So yeah, the 3 just kind of drives it in, honestly. Like the 5 is almost a full car length ahead going into 3, and he kind of just drives in and gets into the left rear. So that checked everybody up, which allows me to now get to the inside. 3 stayed high. I was trying to give him room on the outside, but still trying to keep the car on the surface, on the racing surface above the apron to give me some grip. Got a little loose there off the turn 4. Like I said, it was harder to get off the corner on the apron through 3 and 4 than it was in 1 and 2. So the 3 elected to drop in behind me. And then I'm going to end up screwing that up, pushed wide. 3's feeling the pressure from the 6, which is the 39 on the car. He's going to drive to the inside. I don't know. Let's rewind this. This one's going to look... I don't know what I think about this one yet. It's coming off of turn 2. Let's fast forward till we get there. It was tight. Really fighting the car. I mean, you can see it's just sliding out. So the 3 gets a run. And then I'm already kind of trying to set up to come back down. I don't know. I mean, on one hand, like, when I come off the corner, at that point coming back down, I wasn't really clear. Kind of clear at this point, in a way. So, I don't know, I was trying to cut that inside line off to give to keep the 3 from getting the run. That contact's probably, honestly, more on me coming down to try to defend that entry into 3. But I don't know. I mean, that's a bit of racing contact. That's probably one of those that, with me, what I did do him had he got back to me, a bump to my rear end probably wouldn't have been undeserved. It wasn't anything malicious. It was honestly trying to be defensive, and he was getting a run off of 2. So if I don't want to make any contact, I can't cut down like that. If I'm okay with it, then I probably deserve a bump going forward, and that's not really that bad. Just shoved him up the track. For once, it wasn't me that got spun out of it. Usually I received the bad end of it. So then the 3 is trying to drive his way back. He's working the apron. I want to see what happens between him and the 6. Normally I don't look at everybody else's stuff, but he ends up... see where he gets the run. Gets to the inside, makes a little bit of contact with the inside door. Trying to defend against the 7 now. 7 is the 669. I'm going to assume is how he has that numbered. Okay, so here's what happens. So we're going to see another apron drive. Completely to the apron this time. And he tries to come up. And he's just honestly not clear. Like, the 6 is still coming down, and the 3... I mean, you can make an argument that the 6 is continuing to come down into the 3 a little bit, which is going to get him loose. And then the 3 just, I don't know, kind of netcodes / gets him into the left rear of the 6 and turns him. I don't know. I mean, to me, I was always taught if you're on the apron, it's on you to completely stay off the car, that the car above does not need to yield that space, which would imply that the 3 had to stay off of the 6 there and never get into him. The 6 is obviously continued down, and I'm sure that's partially done intentionally to try to keep him pinched on the apron to keep that run off, but that's a hard one to rule. I mean, you guys tell me if you agree with that. If you agree with the idea that you have to get yourself back on the racing surface cleanly without making contact with somebody, then that's completely on the 3. If that's not what you think, then I can see how you can assign some portion of the blame to the 6. So let's go to what happens to the 5. I want to watch when I was able to get by him. So we're going to back this up. Gets the wall. I finally try to take advantage of it and try it to his inside. Again, trying to work almost the same way as I did with the 3. Trying to be a better judge of, staying off of him. And, yeah, just able to clear him and kind of slot in front of him. So, what happened with the... Let's see where this contact happens, because it's 7... Just get this 669 the car. Yeah, just drives into the back of the 5 and turns him into turn 1. Like, 6 laps to go. I get we're coming down to the end, and I don't know what he just like. It's like he got back on the throttle earlier and just got right in the back of the 5 and just turned him. Like, yeah, I'm. That's pretty bad in my opinion. I don't care what lap it is. Like, don't just drive over the back of somebody like that. So, pretty rough. You can see quite a few incident points. The 1 and the 2 were gone. They were able to stay clean, and then it was everybody here in the middle that we were all in that tight pack, and that's where all the incidents come from. So glad to grab a 3rd place finish. The only mistake was with the 3. So if you're watching this, sorry about driving down into you. It's just trying to be a little more defensive, work on that, but gotta figure out how to do it cleanly. So, guys, let me know what you think of that. How much of the blame you assign to me, as well as the other stuff I looked at, and hopefully you enjoyed this one. Nice to get a decent finish finally in late model. So keep the momentum going, and until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.